service quality of person. I am the host of this Talkshow, and next to me is the presenter of this Talkshow. Ananda, can I see to the audience?
Okay, hi, good afternoon. Hello, enjoy our talk show today.
From now on, the microphone will be lit by Ananda. Ananda, please.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi guys, thank you for joining this room with us. First, let me introduce myself. I am Ananda Nabilah and I'm not alone here. I am here with our two guest stars, Diana Sari and Siti Rahilda Syahla. Please say hi to the audience.
Hello, good afternoon.
Okay, for our talk show today, we brought up the topic that is hot news in the world, that is mental illness. All of you must have heard a lot about mental illness, right? We will discuss further on this topic with our two guest stars. Without wasting time, let's ask what mental illness is what experts. So, what do you think about mental illness?
Me first or Lala first?
Cici first, please.
Okay. So I think mental illness is a condition in who a person experience mental stress that affect person's thoughts, feeling, behaviors, or mood.
I agree with you, Cici. Because of that, people who experience this condition so difficult to socialize, work, or do other activities.
Yes, that's right.
So, mental illness is a condition that bothers a person to the point of difficulty to move. Okay, before I have heard if mental illness there are many kinds, right?
Exactly, yes. But actually, not too much. So, mental illness is divided into two types. There is anxiety disorder and mood disorders. Well, which includes this anxiety disorder is panic disorder that makes a person feel afraid of the things that might happen. Then, is phobias will be judged by others. Obsessive compulsive disorder such as a doing certain action over and over again, and the last post-traumatic stress disorder is like feeling prolonged fear.
For those with mood disorders, divided into four types. The name is major depression, who a person no longer feels interest or enjoys an activity. Then there is bipolar, where the sufferer experiences the phase of euphoria, and the phase of depression alternately. And then there is resistant depression or prolonged depression, and the last is seasonal affective disorder caused by lack of sun exposure.
Okay, I understood. Then, if the characteristic of people experiencing mental illness is what is it?
Usually, for people who experience mental illness, the person often feels sad, like he or she has no hope, often feel afraid, likes to hurt themselves, often hallucinate, change mood, even the appearances of the desire to end his life.
I guess so. I have case example or news from some mental illness sufferers, such as this hot news from celebrity Aliando Sharif, who suffers from OCD mental disorder, who even claimed to have thoughts of ending his life. Aliando Sharif says he was sexually diagnosed with OCD mental impairment. That disorder caused Aliando Sharif to withdraw from his new soap opera project, The Miracle of Love, and disappear nearly 2 years from the entertainment industry. Aliando said from his live Instagram, I have OCD. That's why I didn't come back in the last 2 years and don't have any strange news because it's a live news story from Ali's account. Aliando admits that he had suffered from OCD in the second grade, and yet the disturbance appeared again in late 2019. It's unsettling to be in second grade, but coming back to 25 now, he said. When asked by her fans through the comments column, Aliando claimed to have transmitted OCD by others until he had to struggle through therapy for the last 1 to 2 years. If I had been OCD instead of the cave, it would have been someone else. Aliando said, there is a phenomenon of mental disorders that could be sent through vibration or waves on ear. Then K-pop idol Mina Twice experienced anxiety disorder when going to appear on stage, so she had to hiatus from the entertainment world of her healing. Because of the severity of this mental illness, many people ended their lives because they could not bear the pressure, such as Jonghyun from K-pop idol from K-pop group Shine and Go Ara from K-pop group Kara, who decided to commit suicide due to extreme depression.
According to psychologists, there are several factors that cause a person to experience mental illness, including heredity, exposure to semisals in pregnant women that will affect the prospective baby, chemical compound, but then most often the inner pressure of the environment or family.
There is one psychologist who discussed the reason behind Jonghyun's suicide, namely Dr. Melissa. For the unsung Si Jong-hyun once admitted that he has seasonal affective disorder or CED, which makes sufferers feel so uneasy if the seasons change, especially during winter and autumn.
In a post on Instagram, Melissa explained the understanding and the characteristic of sad causes such as Jonghyun suffered through the image he posted. SID, or more commonly called winter depression, is one of the symptoms included in major depressive disorder or GDM, with seasonal patterns. GDM can be at any time characterized by suddenly a person is in a low mood for weeks that affect the work, family, and life of the sufferer. And according to psychologist Veronica Adelsa, depression can be experienced by anyone indiscriminately. Depression can be experienced by any human being, not choosing whether he is a public figure or not. Cited Veronica when connected by matamata.com is that people with a high level of popularity have a higher risk of depression. Moreover, they have to face the stressful condition of their popularity, for example, bad comments, slander, blasphemy, and insult from netizens. The emergency of depression can be caused by the pressure of stressful conditions that take place continuously, accompanied by the inability to manage the stress. The emotions that are generated and overcome this condition, resulting in the emergency of feelings of depression, helplessness, hopelessness, feeling useless, and worthless, she explained. Furthermore, Veronica explained that suicidal tendencies occur in people who experience major depression, physiological disorder. It is a depressive condition characterized by 4 to consecutive weeks. showing symptoms on continuous sadness, feeling of worthless, hopeless, and loss of enthusiasm and energy to carry out activities, even activities that you like. Difficultly feeling happy or happy, choosing to withdraw or alone the top areas of ending life. Meanwhile, seeing several Korean actresses who committed Veronica because they are suddenly in the public spotlight, especially netizen and cyberspace. They have a lot of fans, but also a lot of haters who continue to find fault. These haters also always comment with scathing criticism and even act rudely without saying what really happened. The point is, they will continue to dislike even though the artist is being nice. Without a healthy mentally, strong stress, resilience, confidence, and ability to manage and express stress emotion in a healthy manner, this condition threats the physiological well-being of the artist concerned, affect the objectivity of his assessment, self-esteem, and existence of himself, question the meaning or purpose of life and its existence. She explained. When they reach that point, they should need proper physiology treatment and assistance. This is because the condition can get worse and lead to thoughts of ending life and leading to behavior.
Okay, it's dangerous to have mental illness. Is that is there a different effort for our audience to be protected from this mental illness?
The way is quite easy. You should always think positive, always grateful, sleep on time, eat on time, always exercise, quiet, and set your lifestyle. Or you can tell people you trust or go to the story about the problem you have.
Well, help friends brief explanation about this mental illness with clear. Any any of you who want to ask our two guest stars? Anyone?
Anyone? Any question, Syahla?
Okay, first question comes from Ara. I want to weigh in on the mental illness that OCD. I mean, like how? I don't understand enough. Okay.
Uh, okay, I will answer the question from Ara. Uh, for the explanation of OCD is a mental disorder that causes sufferers to feel compelled to perform an action repeatedly. If not done, OCD sufferers will be overcome with anxiety or fear. But sometimes the sufferer has realized that his thoughts and actions are excessive but still feel they have to do it and cannot avoid it. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Next question. Anyone? Okay. Second question comes from Pirla. Before that, I had heard if depression is a lot of kind, but why only major depression that goes into mental illness? Chichi,
Okay,
maybe.
I'll answer this question. Yes, you are right. If depression has levels, from low, moderate, and severe. But why is only major depression that is a part of mental illness? More precisely, more precisely, the explanation of depression or the level or of severe or mild depression has been summarized overall in major depression, or it can be said the major depression is the peak of all type of depression, but it does not mean mild and moderate depression it's taken lightly, yes.
Nice. Maybe a last question. Okay. Last question comes from Maranza. May I know for both questions, have you ever experienced mental illness?
Me first, Alhamdulillah, never.
Okay, me too. I'm never get mental illness.
Okay, so mental illness is a very dangerous, and the way that we can overcome this mental illness problem, yes, just one, change our lifestyle for the better. Finish it also our event today. Thank you for joining with us.
Thank you, Ananda. We reached the end of this episode today. Don't forget to fill the link from I attached on the direct message and before. Icons to Zoom. Let's take, let's take a screenshot as a documentary or even one, two, three. Thank you. And finally, the informant leads the talk show to its end. I hope the knowledge will lead us to be a great person. Once again, thank you for all your excitement and see you when I see you. You might leave the room after feeling the from okay. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you for attention. See ya.